Hello again and welcome back. Welcome to a new class, class number 146. Not bad. We have 50 classes ahead of us. 50 classes, which means we're slowly approaching the end. 50 classes are a lot of classes, but we have already covered, we've already completed 145 classes. Not bad. Not bad. So, we're 2/3 of the way through, or more than 2/3, yeah. Yeah, 3/4 of the way through, really. 3/4 of the way through, towards the end. We're going to finish very soon, but you have a lot of work ahead of you. So, let's start right now. Camera number 1, please. Te estás haciendo viejo. You're getting old. You're getting old. No hice lo que él hizo. I didn't do what he did. I didn't do what he did. No, sir, I didn't. I didn't do what he did. ¿Qué hace él cuando eso ocurre? What does he do? What does he do when that happens? When that happens, siempre remarco, siempre enfatizo la S al final de las palabras. Porque en inglés hay que decir la S, tiene que sonar. What does he do when that happens? What does he do when that happens? When that happens. Es una deformación profesional de tanto enseñar inglés. Estar detrás de vosotros para las dichosas S's. Si te dijeras las veces, ¿no? Claro, dejar algo en singular, que debe ser plural, suena fatal en español también. Si te dijera las veces que he soñado con tus labios y con el perfume de tus cabellos, etc. Si te dijera las veces, suena fatal. Eso es dejar en singular una palabra plural. Pues si no ponéis las S en inglés al final de los plurales, suena igual. If I told you the time, la vez, o las veces. Okay. ¿Qué hace él cuando eso ocurre? What does he do when that happens? Si ingresas el dinero ahora, ganarás más intereses. If you deposit the money now, you'll earn more interest. Come on, Paco. Deposit the money now. If you deposit the money now, you'll earn more interest. En singular en inglés. Ganarás más interés, no intereses. Solemos decirlo en singular. To earn more interest. If you deposit the money now, you'll earn more interest. ¿Qué me ibas a decir? What were you going to say? What were you going to tell me? What were you going to tell me? Que si ingresas el dinero ahora ganarás más intereses. If you deposit the money now, you'll earn more interest. Okay? ¿Por qué utiliza él tu dirección? Why does he use your address? Guarda su correspondencia de él. Guarda su correspondencia mientras está fuera. I keep his mail while he's away. I keep his mail while he's away. He's away. And he keeps my mail while I'm away. While I'm away. Do you want me to keep your mail while you're away? Can you keep my mail while I'm away? All right. Eso es lo que yo pensaba. That's what I thought. Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. No puedes complacer a todo el mundo. No lo sabes. You can't please everybody. It's impossible. Yeah, if you try to please everybody, you'll be unhappy because you can't please everyone. Al menos podrías darme una oportunidad. At least you could give me a chance. Come on, please, a chance. Just give me one chance. Come on. At least. Escrito least. At least you could give me a chance. No me gustaría estar en tu lugar, eh? I wouldn't like to be in your place. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes. Se dice muchas veces zapatos. No me gustaría estar en tu pellejo, decís aquí. En inglés, en tus zapatos o en tu lugar. I wouldn't like to be in your place. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes. No te envidio. I don't envy you. I don't envy you at all. Okay, well, I've been doing this list for the past 6 minutes, or 7 minutes, so it's time for me to stop. I've been using this method I've been using this method since the beginning of the program. I've been using this method since last October. I've been using this method, to tell you the truth, I've been using this method since 1977 or 1978. Yeah. I've been using this same cup every day for the past 9 months. I've been teaching on television. I've been teaching English on television for about four or 5 years. Huh. Yeah, I've been teaching English on the radio for more time, since 2003. Yeah, I've been teaching English on the radio for 6 years and about 4 months, okay? A little less than 6.5 years. I've been married for 32 years. I've been living in Spain for 35 years. I've been living in my current house for 6 years. I've been using my current car for 3 years. I've been playing golf for 49 years. Wow. I've been watching American football for 50 years. I've been watching baseball on television for 50 years. I've been playing the guitar. I've been playing the guitar since I was 14. Yeah, a long time. I've been playing the Spanish guitar since I was 20. I've been playing the piano since I was 9, a long time. Yeah. I've been teaching English since 1974, since before you were born, probably. I've been working with Maria for 7 months. I've been wearing this watch for about a year, I think. Yeah. I've been wearing this ring for 32 years. Yeah. I've been using this studio, this particular studio, for 7 months. Yeah. I've been using these pencils in my classes for 7 months. I have a very emotional attachment to these pencils. All right. I've been playing with this same paper clip in class for 7 months. Yeah. I've been using Camera One for 7 months. I've been starting my program on Camera 2 for 7 months. Okay. I have to go now, well, at least for a moment. Our sponsors have something to say, and then you and I will be back together.
Hello everyone, my name is Layla. Today we're going to do a review class, and to help me, my student Luca is here. Luca, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. All right, today we're going to the first part is present perfect continuous. Okay? An action that began in the past, is in force right now, okay, is continuing and will continue in the future. Okay? So present perfect continuous. I tried to say it so fast. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So I will tell you in Spanish. I want you to tell me, I just want you to translate. Okay? Y vosotros en casa siempre en voz alta. ¿Vale? Okay, here we go. Llevo 12 años viviendo en España.
I've been living in Spain for...
I've
been living in Spain. No, Spain no.
In Spain, yeah, perfect.
For?
12
years.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you just say that a little bit more naturally for me?
I've been living in Spain for 12 years.
Exactly, okay. I've been living in Spain, have been living in Spain for 12 years. Okay, good. Llevo 5 años enseñando inglés con Vaughan.
I've been teaching English with Vaughan for 5 years.
For 5?
Years.
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 Okay, good. All right, the next one. Él lleva 3 años trabajando para la misma empresa.
He has been...
Contract for me.
He's been...
Okay, hold on. He's. It's a fly S. Es una S mosca que lo llamo yo.
He's been... What was this?
Working.
Sentence? working for 5 years.
Okay, let me say that one more time for you, okay? Él lleva 3 años trabajando para la misma empresa.
He's been working for the same
Company?
company for 3 years.
Okay, for 3
Years.
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 Yeah, you're not saying ears, right? You're saying years.
Years.
Okay, years.
Okay.
All right. And when we're talking about an amount of time, we always say 4. Okay, 4, 5 years, 4, 6 years. A lot of people confuse it with since. Since is from a time. For example, a year since 1995. Okay, and 4 is always the amount of time. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Luca, él lleva 6 años viviendo en la misma casa.
He's been living in the same house, for 6 years.
One more time.
He's been living in the same house for 6 years.
Okay, in where? In?
The same house.
Okay, in the, right?
In the same house.
How many years?
6 years. For 6 years.
Okay, good. Now the whole thing one more time.
He's been living in the same house for 6 years.
Excellent. Okay, great. Y vosotros estáis practicando en voz alta, ¿verdad? Okay, the next one. Él lleva casi 2 años saliendo con esa chica.
He's been going out with that girl for nearly 2 years.
2
Years.
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 Yeah,
For nearly 2 years.
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 Okay, good. All right,
Years.
exactly.
Years.
So, go out, salir is the phrasal verb go out, okay? All right, now we're going to do a translation list. Okay, my favorite. Luca, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I want perfect intonation and pronunciation, okay?
I'll try.
Okay, good. And at home, always practicing out loud. All right, okay, here we go. Te estás haciendo viejo.
You are getting older.
Oh,
You are getting older.
older is más viejo.
Ah,
Okay, that would be
you're-
the comparative, so...
You are getting old.
Exactly. Okay, now remember to always contract. You're getting old. Okay, there we can contract with the G and the O.
Okay.
You're getting old.
You're getting old.
Getting gold.
Getting old.
There you go. Okay, we have to pronounce that G,
Okay.
right? Because it exists.
It sounds
Okay.
like if you are saying getting gold.
It's exactly because we separate the syllable. Okay.
Okay.
No hice lo que él hizo.
I didn't do what he did.
What he did, not deed, did.
I didn't do what he did.
Good. Okay. ¿Qué hace él cuando eso ocurre?
What does he do when that happens?
When that or when that?
When that happens.
Okay, is that a question?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What does he do when that happens?
Okay, what does he do when that happens?
What does he do when that happens?
Fantastic. Okay, that's what it's supposed to sound like, okay? Remember the intonation in English, it's really, really important, okay? In Spanish as well, right? But in English we don't have it there for you, okay? Si ingresas el dinero ahora, ganarás más intereses.
If you deposit the money now, you will
Contract for me?
you'll gain.
Not gain,
No,
okay?
you will earn.
Earn, yes, exactly. We want to use the verb earn for
Earn.
money.
You'll earn more money.
More
Money.
interest.
More interest.
More interest, right? Okay, so if you deposit the money now, you'll,
Earn more interest.
okay, more interest. No
more
S.
interest.
Exactly, okay, no S. All right, well done, okay? Well, that's all the time we have for today, so I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Okay, welcome back. I haven't been teaching in this studio for very long, really. 7 months only. I haven't been teaching in this studio, or I haven't been using the studio for very long. No, yo no llevo mucho tiempo en este estudio, o en este plateau. I haven't been using the studio for very long. And I haven't been using camera 1 for more than 7 months. But let's change now to camera 1, please. All right. Maria hasn't been working as a floor manager for very long. How long have you been working, Maria? What, 2 years, 1 year, 2 months, 7 months? 7 months, wow, es novata. Tengo la bruja novata a los mandos aquí, Dios mío. Okay, all right. She hasn't been working, Dios mío. She hasn't been working as a floor manager for very long. Okay? But she deserves to be the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year is el novato del año, el que mejor juega en la primera temporada de profesional. Gana the Rookie of the Year, el recién estrenado del año y el mejor. Yes, so she hasn't been working as a floor manager. She hasn't been working as a floor manager for very long, but in spite of that, she works very well. Now, I haven't been teaching in this studio for very long either. I haven't been teaching on television for very long. Barack Obama hasn't been the President of the United States for very long. Belgium hasn't been a country for very long. Belgium became a country around, I'm guessing, estoy adivinando, but I'm making an educated guess. The expression in English, to make an educated guess, literalmente hacer una adivinación educada, suena raro, significa adivinar, a ver, pero con cierta ciencia. I'm making an educated guess. Belgium became a country in 1937, for example. In 1837, ¿qué digo yo? In 1837, about 180 years ago. 190 years ago, maybe, okay? No, 170 years ago. A long time ago. So, Belgium hasn't been a country for very long. Belgium is an artificial country created by Germany, France, and the Low Countries, Países Bajos. Belgium, and King Leopold was the first king. Germany hasn't been a country for very long either. Germany became a country after Belgium became a country. Germany became a country in about 1865 or 1860. Otto von Bismarck united Prussia, Brandenburg, yes, Bavaria, the republics, the Rhine republics, and he put them together, Baden-Baden, and he created Germany. Germany didn't exist. So Germany hasn't been a country for very long. Italy hasn't been a country for very long. You remember Garibaldi? He was the person trying to unite Italy in a country. Yes. So Italy hasn't been a country for very long. And the United States hasn't been a country for very long either. The United States became a country officially in 1776 with the Declaration of Independence. So the United States has been a country for about 230 years only. 232 years, I think. Yeah. No, 233. My mathematics are getting worse with time. It's difficult to calculate, teach English and calculate mathematics in front of a television camera, okay? With Maria behind it making strange movements, okay? So, the United States hasn't been a country for very long. Brazil hasn't been a country for very long. Zimbabwe hasn't been a country for very long. Zimbabwe used to be called Rhodesia, and it used to belong to the crown, to the British crown. But when it gained independence, so Zimbabwe hasn't been a country for very long. Inglés 4.0 hasn't been on television for very long, all right? I haven't been your teacher for very long. I've been your teacher, I think, for only 7 months, especially if you didn't watch me before, if I'm a new teacher for you. So I haven't been a teacher for you for very long. Carly, one of the teachers on this program, Carly hasn't been a teacher for very long. She's been an English teacher for about 2.5 years only, but she's very good. And our good friend Alberto, he hasn't been a teacher for very long. He's been a teacher for only about 5 or 6 years. And Carmen hasn't been a teacher for very long. And David Waddell hasn't been a teacher for very long. He's been a teacher, well, for about 9 years, okay? Yes. How long have you been a student? How long have you been Spanish? How long have you been living in Spain? How long have you been studying English? How long have you been watching this program? How long have you been sitting in your chair today? How long have you been watching me today? How long have you been studying the Vaughan materials? How long have you been? How long have you been? How long have you been working in your current job? How long have you been living in your current house? How long have you been driving your current car? How long have you been living with the people you currently live with? How long have you been using or watching the television you have? How long have you been drinking beer in your life? How long have you been? Siempre, presente continuo, presente perfecto continuo, perdona. The present perfect continuous. Llevo 10 años viviendo en Madrid. I've been living in Madrid for 10 years. No llevo más de 7 años en esta profesión. I haven't been working. I haven't been working in this profession for more than 7 years, for example. Yes. Castilla y León hasn't existed for more than 32 years. Before it was Castilla la Vieja, which included Logroño, or La Rioja, and Cantabria, Castilla la Vieja. But Madrid hasn't been an autonomous community for more than about 32 years or 33 years, yeah. Before, Madrid was part of Castilla la Nueva, yes. Yeah, together with Guadalajara, Toledo, etc. Yes. And Maria hasn't been a floor manager for more than 7 months. Yes. She is new. She is still a little green. Okay. We say in Texas, in Tejano, she's green behind the ear. Verde detrás de la oreja todavía. Está. Okay. Because she's only been working for 7 months. Yes. As my floor manager. Yeah. Before that, I don't know, but I think she hasn't been working as a floor manager more than 7 months in general. All right. But nevertheless, no obstante, nevertheless, in my opinion, she's doing a very good job. Don't you think? What do you think? Okay, my sponsors have something to say, and then we'll be back together. Okay, welcome back. I haven't been teaching you today for very long. I've been teaching you personally. Forget the other teachers from the moment. Just me. I think I've been teaching you for about 15 minutes or 16 minutes. The first segment was 8 minutes. The second segment was 8 minutes plus now. So I've been teaching you for 16 minutes. I've been sitting in this chair today for an hour and a half. First with the beginner's class and now with this class. So I've been sitting in front of this camera number 2 for an hour and a half. I've been teaching today for an hour and a half. I've been sitting in this chair for an hour and a half. I've been wearing this makeup for an hour and a half. For an hour and a half. For an hour and a half. Okay, see you in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle, and I'm here today with Jesus. Jesus, how are you?
Hi, I'm glad to be here with you.
Okay, good. You haven't been here for very long, have you?
Yes.
In that chair. You haven't been in that chair for very long, have you?
No, I haven't been in the chair.
Well, you can say this. I haven't been in this chair.
In the chair. I haven't been in the chair for a very long time, or for a long time.
Okay. He hasn't been in that chair for very long. I haven't been in this chair for very long. In fact, I just sat down. I haven't been here for very long. This is an interesting structure. No llevo tiempo, no lleva mucho tiempo haciendo algo, right? First person, no llevo mucho tiempo. I haven't been gerund. I haven't been sitting here for very long. I haven't been wearing these shoes for very long. I haven't been wearing this shirt for very long. I haven't been drinking this water for very long, right?
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
No problem.
Easy. No llevo mucho tiempo conduciendo este coche. We'll practice this with a little translation. How would you say that, Jesus?
I haven't been driving this car for a long time,
for a long time, or for
for
very long.
for very long,
Yeah.
very long.
I haven't been driving this car for very long. I haven't been driving this car for a long time, right? Okay. No llevamos mucho tiempo practicando esta estructura. That's true.
We haven't been practicing this structure.
Sorry?
We haven't been practicing this structure for a long time.
For a long time. We haven't been practicing this structure for a long time, or for very long. Now be careful with the word structure. It starts with the S, not a structure, but structure. Structure. We haven't been practicing, present perfect, negative, we haven't been practicing this structure for a long time. And with the time, you have to remember to close your lips. Time.
Time.
Yeah. Can you say it one more time?
We haven't been practicing this structure for a long time.
Perfect. It's true. We haven't been practicing this structure for a long time. Ellos no llevan mucho tiempo trabajando en la fábrica.
They haven't been working for a long time, or they haven't been working in the farm, or
La fábrica.
in the factory for a long time.
Right. They haven't been working in the factory for a long time. For a long time. Or for very long.
For very long.
Okay. So this one's for you at home. Ella no lleva mucho tiempo estudiando el idioma. Ella. So she hasn't been studying the language for very long. Good. Well done. Make sure you say that out loud. Always out loud. En voz alta. Out loud. Some teachers say out loud. Some teachers will say aloud. It's the same thing. En voz alta. So she hasn't been studying the language for very long. Have you been studying English for very long?
Yes, I have been studying English for very long.
Yeah. Now, in the affirmative, we would normally say, I've been studying English for a long time.
For a long time.
He's been studying English for a long time, but she hasn't been studying English for very long. Okay. No hace mucho tiempo que nos conocemos.
It hasn't been.
Now, but we would say.
We haven't been known each other. For a
Well,
long
here
time.
we have the verb to know. Now, this is not an action verb. So we don't say to be knowing.
To be knowing.
We do
No.
not say that. We do not say to be knowing. We say
To meet.
to know.
To know.
So we say we haven't known each other
We haven't known each other for a long time.
for a long time. And it's true. We haven't known each other for a long time, have we,
Yeah.
Jesus?
Yes, we haven't known each other for a long time. It's true.
Jesus and I haven't known each other for a long time. I just met him. I just met you today.
Yeah.
I met him today and I've known him since I met him. Right?
Yeah.
Because you say conocer for both those verbs, but we have to know and to meet. So to meet is in the past with the moment. I met you 3 hours ago. I met him 3 hours ago. So I have known him, present perfect, I have known him for 3 hours. Right? Okay. Mi hermano no lleva mucho tiempo trabajando allí.
My brother hasn't been working there for a long time.
Yeah, my brother hasn't been working there for a long time. Good. No lleva mucho tiempo lloviendo. At home? No lleva mucho tiempo lloviendo. It hasn't, out loud, it hasn't been raining for very long. Right? It hasn't been raining for very long. No lleva mucho tiempo sentado aquí.
He hasn't been.
Pero
sitting-
yo no llevo mucho
you,
tiempo.
you, okay.
I have, but you can say I.
You, me.
Sure.
Me.
First person.
Yeah. I haven't been sitting here for a long time.
Yeah. I haven't been sitting here for a long time. He hasn't been sitting there for a long time. We haven't been sitting here for a long time. Have you been sitting on your sofa for a long time? Are you sitting on the sofa? Yes. Have you been sitting there for a long time? No? Okay. They haven't been sitting on the sofa for a long time.
No.
No. Okay. Just since the start of the show, right? your favorite program. No llevo mucho tiempo con estos zapatos puestos.
I haven't been wearing these shoes for a long time.
It's true. I haven't been wearing these shoes for a long time. No llevan mucho tiempo jugando juntos.
They haven't been playing together for a long time.
All right, yeah. They haven't been playing together for a long time. You could also say with each other.
With
uno,
each other.
Uno al otro, right? But yeah, juntos, perfect. They haven't been playing together for a long time, right? No lleva mucho tiempo escribiendo libros. At home? No lleva mucho tiempo escribiendo libros. She hasn't been writing books for very long, for a long time. No problem, right? Once you get the hang of it, once you catch the structure, it's not very hard, is it, Jesus?
No, it's not very hard.
Right, okay. David no lleva mucho tiempo usando su nuevo ordenador.
David hasn't been using his new computer for a long time.
For a long time. Again? Long time.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. Closing the mouth with the M. Time.
Time.
Okay. David.
Time. David.
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 Yeah, good. No llevo mucho tiempo con esta camisa puesta. I haven't been wearing this shirt for very long, or for a long time. It's true. Speaking of time, we're out of time, Jesus, but you've done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And good job to you at home. We're going to finish now, but I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
The day before yesterday and the day after tomorrow. Antes de ayer. Anteayer. The day before yesterday. Yes, antes de ayer. The week before last. Hace 2 semanas. Se dice mucho, ¿eh? O sea, la semana anterior a esta última. Toma. Más complicado en español. Es mucho más fácil de hace 2 semanas. Estuve hablando con María acerca de los problemas de Albania hace 2 semanas. I was talking to Maria about the problems in Albania the week before last. Yes, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the week before last. Camera number 1, please. All right, so the year before last, and the week before last, and the month before last is used a lot in English, instead of saying 2 months ago. Now, you're free to use the expression 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and 2 years ago. But you'll hear the day before yesterday, the week before last, the month before last, and the year before last. Now, the month before last I was here in this studio. Do you remember? 2 months ago? Yeah, the month before last. I think I was teaching, classes 85, 86, 87, etc. The month before last. Now, the year before last, I wasn't here. In fact, I didn't know this studio the year before last. In fact, to tell you the truth, I don't think this studio existed the year before last. I think this room was dedicated to something else, not to a television studio. So I think this studio didn't exist the year before last, but I know it existed the month before last because I was here. Now, the week before last, I was teaching classes, I think 130 perhaps, or 132, 133, the week before last. You know, the week before last, I remember, I had 4 business lunches, Monday to Thursday. Friday, I didn't have a business lunch. I remember the week before last, that when Friday came, I said, oh my God, oh, this is a relaxation. I only need to give 3 hours on the radio and 3 hours on television, but I don't have a business lunch today. And so for me, it was an easy Friday. Yeah, the week before last. Now, last week, I only had 1 business lunch, but the week before last, I had 4. Last month, last month I had to pay my taxes. I had to pay some taxes, but the month before last I didn't. Last year, I made a decision together with another person to design Bago en Inglés 4.0. But the year before last, It didn't even occur to me to do this. But the year before last, we started Aprende Inglés TV. This channel we started the year before last, or last year, excuse me. Maria, did we start this television station last year or the year before last? No, 2008, the year before last. Now I remember. Yes, we started the year before last. And Maria, did I invited you out. I invited Maria out to have dinner. But she said no. Calabazas. Yeah, she said no. But was that last week or the week before last? I can't remember. She said it was the week before last. Well, maybe today when I finish the class, I'll try again. No se llega a la categoría vencido sin haber luchado. Okay, so I'll fight. Okay? But that was the week before last. Now I remember, yeah, the week before last. Yeah. Now, the last time I remember I took my wife to Marrakesh. And we stayed in the Mamounia Hotel, very nice hotel. I can't remember if that was last year or the year before last. It was, let's see, it was in the summer? No, it wasn't. It was in the spring of 2008. So that was the year before last. Yeah, the year before last. I took my wife to Marrakesh, and we stayed in a very nice hotel for 4 nights. We stayed for 4 nights. The year before last. Now, what did I do? I remember I went to Zaragoza, but I don't remember if I went last week or the week before last. Let's see, it was on a Thursday. Estaba en un jueves, igual en inglés, ponemos el artículo aquí. It was on a Thursday. But was it last week or the week before last? Let me remember. Of course. Yeah, it was snowing. I remember it was snowing. It was the week before last. I went to Zaragoza to give a speech in the military academy, the famous General Military Academy of Zaragoza, to the cadets. I gave a speech to about 300 cadets. It was a nice experience, interesting experience. It's interesting to observe how these academies function, the operations, and it's very interesting. So yes, but that was the week before last, yeah. Now last month there were 2 holidays last month, but the month before last there weren't any. How many months are there in Spain with no holidays? January has 2 holidays. February, are there any holidays in February? Are there? There aren't any. February is a month without any holidays. March, sometimes San Jose, St. Joseph, is celebrated the 19th of March, and sometimes it's not. So March can have holidays or not have holidays, depending on the policy concerning March the 19th, and depending on when Easter falls. If Easter falls in March, of course, there are 2 holidays, Thursday and Friday, in the center of Spain. But if it falls in April, then the holidays are in April. Now, last month, there weren't any holidays in Spain. Yes, last month there were 2. But the month before last, there weren't any. I remember there weren't any. That was September. September, there aren't any holidays, usually. Sometimes if the Almudena in Madrid falls on a working day, it's celebrated in September. Okay? Now, last year, I took 2 trips. I took a trip to the States last year. And I took a trip to Sicily. I visited Palermo and Taormina and Syracuse, and a lot of Messina, a lot of nice places. Agrigento. But that was last year. I took 2 trips last year. The year before last, I took 3. I took a short trip to Marrakesh. I took a trip to Scotland in the winter. And I took a trip to the United States as well. So last year I took 2 trips, and the year before last, I took 2 also. Okay, I have to go. I have to pass this class to another teacher. But I'll come back in a few minutes to close.
Hello again. My name is Carly. Nice to see you. First, before we start our class, I want to introduce my student, Annette. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent, good. If you could help me, we're going to start with our vocabulary today. So we and you at home, we're going to start with 5 words of vocabulary, and then we'll begin our class. The biggest thing about vocabulary is it's wonderful to know, but you need to use it. So really focus on the pronunciation and don't be shy. You're at home. Speak out loud, right? Speak with us. Always imitate what we're doing. So, Annette, how do you say in fashion in Spanish?
Estar de moda.
Good. So in fashion, you say to be in fashion. You say this sweater is in fashion. So to be in fashion, fashion, in fashion, tell me.
In fashion.
Perfect, this in fashion. Good. How do you say on top of in Spanish?
Encima de.
Good. And you could say this figuratively or literally, the same in Spanish. You say, my mother's on top of me all day, right? Like she's always pressuring me. Or you say, my hand's on top of my cards. Okay, so on top of, tell me.
On top of.
Perfect, on top of, right? Linking, on top of. Good. How do you say pile in Spanish?
Pila.
No.
Un montón.
Good, un montón. So you say un montón de cosas. I have a pile of things. So pile, we have a lot of words in English for un montón. And pile is one of them. Pile. Tell me.
Pile.
Good. You say, I have a pile of work to do, right? I have a pile of shoes. Do you have a pile of shoes?
No.
Come on, don't lie. We both have a pile of shoes. All right, good. 2 more. How do you say misunderstanding?
Malentendido.
Good. The same, right? The same translation. Misunderstanding. The important thing is where you put the emphasis here. And I would say, that was a misunderstanding. So at the beginning or in the middle? Misunderstanding. Tell me in English.
Misunderstanding.
Good, it's a really long one. Misunderstanding. All right, and the last one. How do you say measurements in Spanish?
Medidas.
Good, measurements. What are your measurements? Measure. That S is not measure. It's measure, as if it were sh. Measurements. Tell me.
Measurements.
Good. And your measurements when you're measuring things to cook as well. So it could be your clothing or it could be for cooking. All right, good. So those 5 words, great to know vocabulary, really much more important to speak it and to sound good when you're speaking it. All right, so keep practicing that out loud and we're going to start our class. I have 2 questions. How do you say in English, el año anterior al año pasado?
The year before the last.
The year before?
Last.
Perfect. The year before last. Good. And we say la semana anterior a la semana pasada.
The week before last.
Perfect. So we're going to focus on those 2 time periods, the year before last and the week before last. And I'm going to ask you questions with a series of verbs that you've already seen. So the year before last, the week before last. No before the last or before the last week, right? We say the week before last, the year before last. All right, good. Quickly, how do you say to lend?
To lend.
To lend.
In Spanish. Prestar.
Good. To lend, right? To lend, to say.
Decir.
Good. To tell.
Contar.
Good. Or decir. It just kind of depends on the situation. To throw away.
Tirar.
Good. A la basura, right? To throw away in the garbage. To make up your mind.
Pensárselo.
Ooh, yes, you can, but more decidirse.
Decidirse.
So pensárselo is before, and then decidirse is to make up your mind when you've made the decision. You know what you're going to do. So we're going to use those 5 verbs that you've seen in the past, and I'm going to ask Annette some questions with the year before last and the week before last. At home, just practice this. It's a really good time period to be able to express, and the best thing you can do is practice in a natural way. All right, so imitate us. So, Annette, did you tell her something the week before last?
Yes, I told her something the week before last.
Perfect, good. She sounds so natural. Yes, I told her something the week before last, right? Think about when you'd actually say this outside of class. All right, good. Did you throw it away the year before last?
Yes, I threw it away. I threw it away the year before last.
Very good. Good, and I love it. She says, yeah, I threw it away the year before last. She really sounds natural, and that's the best thing you can do at home, is answer, did you throw it away the year before last? Yeah, I threw it away the year before last. So answer in a natural way, right? Using proper intonation. Good. Did you make up your mind the week before last?
Yes, I made up my mind the week before last.
Good, one more time.
Yes, I made up my mind the week before last.
Good. So you could say, yes, I decided a week before last. Or, yes, I made up my mind. Again, in English, we're tricky people. We're complicated. We say to make up your mind a lot more than to decide. Okay, so to make up your mind needs to become your friend. All right, we need to use this a lot. Very good. Did you say happy birthday to him the year before last?
No.
Uh-oh.
I didn't say happy birthday to him the year before last.
Very good. No, she didn't. I didn't say happy birthday to him the year before last. So here's the difference between to say and to tell. To say happy birthday to someone, and to tell a joke, for example, to tell someone a joke. So to say happy birthday to the person, to say good morning to the person. Very good. Did you lend me your car the week before last? Did you at home? Would you lend me your car? Did you lend me your car the week before last?
I didn't lend you the car the week before last.
Good. Maybe I didn't lend you my car. Tell me. With
No.
my.
Oh, you didn't lend me?
No, you're right. So did you lend me your car the week before last?
I didn't lend you my car the week before last.
Good. Would you have lent me your car? Good. So did you lend me your car the week before last? No, I didn't lend you my car the week before last. So that week before last, not this past week, the one before that, all right? 2 weeks ago, essentially. Good. Did you tell a joke the year before last?
No, I didn't tell a joke
The week.
the week before
I
last.
lied, the year.
The year before
Good,
last.
good. The week or the year. You say, I didn't tell a joke the year before last, or I didn't tell any jokes, right? One or completely zero. I didn't tell any jokes with that plural. The week before last, the year before last. Very good. A couple more. Let's see. Did you say happy anniversary to your parents the week before last?
No, I didn't say happy anniversary.
Sorry. Good.
To
my parents.
To my parents the year before last.
Good.
The week before last.
Perfect. Good. One more time. Did you say happy anniversary to your parents the
I
week
didn't
before
say
last?
happy anniversary to my parents the week before last.
Good. And it's strange here because we say, did you say happy birthday rather than did you felicitar? We don't really have a word for that. To congratulate, I guess. But we don't say, did you congratulate them? No. Did you say happy anniversary? Did you say happy birthday to? So it's a little different how we use those two forms in English and Spanish. All right, good. Did you tell me a lie the week before last?
No,
No.
I didn't tell you a lie before last.
Ooh, I didn't tell you a lie?
The week before last.
Excellent. She's lying to me right now. Tell me.
No, I didn't tell you a lie the week before last.
Very good. If it's negative, I didn't plus infinitive. I didn't tell, right? Or I told. I told you a lie the week before last? No, I didn't tell you a lie. I didn't tell you a lie the week before last. Very good, guys. The year before last, the week before last. Keep practicing those. Bye.
Okay, class 146 is now history for me. It's not history for you because I recommend that you watch this program again tomorrow or during the weekend or on the internet, if possible, please. You have the possibility, if you're an official student, to watch this program as many times as you want. 146 classes, which means we have 49 classes left, which means you have a lot of work left, which means your responsibilities haven't ended yet, which means you still have a lot of responsibilities towards me, towards the other teachers, and towards yourself. Okay? Te lo debes a ti mismo. You owe it to yourself to make an effort. If you're watching this program and not taking advantage of it, it's a waste of time. So please study.